I have recently been buying Class A apartment buildings for 25% below market value. And I'm going to show you how I'm doing it so you can just copy me and do the same thing yourself. Who am I? My name is Peter Stasiak. I am a senior commercial realtor working for a world-class commercial brokerage firm specializing in the buying and selling of investment-grade commercial properties to high net worth individuals and institutional firms. Over the course of my career, I have had a ringside seat as I have participated in and watched how exactly real estate fortunes are made and how generational wealth is created in commercial real estate. Some investors started with money, some started from scratch. I've seen it all. I'm now taking my knowledge, expertise, and experience and sharing my vast insider knowledge with subscribers to this channel. So back to the topic at hand. At the moment, trying to buy an apartment building that cash flows using traditional financing, financing with a 70% mortgage, is definitely a challenging prospect these days. So while I wait for a really good investment property to come my way, I needed a place to park my money. I wanted my money to be in a safe spot so that when I need it, I can be confident that it will be there for me when the time comes. At the same time, I need a return on my money. I was struggling to figure out what to do, so I started to do my research. I said to myself at the time, hey, I know the apartment building marketplace. Why don't I look at the apartment REIT market that's out there and see what they're trading at? And that's how I started to research Canadian Apartment Properties Real Estate Investment Trust. Canadian Apartment Properties REIT, usually referred to as CAP REIT, trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol CAR-UN.TO. That represents the Toronto Stock Exchange. At the time of this video, September 11th, 2025, CAP REIT closed at a price of $41.06 per unit. All figures are in Canadian dollars. CAP REIT is a huge REIT in the Canadian marketplace with a market cap of $6.502 billion. As of June 30th, 2025, CAP REIT owns 45,000 residential apartment suites and townhouses. It's a diversified portfolio of prime apartment buildings in key markets across Canada, and they also have some holdings in the Netherlands. You can view all of their information at their website, capreit.ca. Now, I can't vouch for the properties over in the Netherlands, but I do know their properties here in the Toronto area and in Vancouver. And they are indeed some of the best apartment buildings that one can own. And their locations are fabulous. These are prime apartment buildings that any investor would kill to own. As of this video, on September 11th, 2025, CAP REIT closed at a price of $41.06 per unit. And according to the CAP REIT investor information found on their website, as of June 30th, 2025, CAP REIT has a net asset value of $56.14 per unit. So, based on a net asset value of $56.14 per unit, you're able to buy a portfolio of top-tier apartment buildings for only $41.06 per unit. That's a discount of $15.08 per unit, or 27% below the market value of these buildings. Where else can you buy the best located, high-quality apartment buildings at 27% below market? Well, it's not on the MLS, and it's not on LoopNet, that's for sure. Now, one thing, I'm not recommending this REIT as an investment. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm simply telling you what I'm doing with my money right now. Don't go and blindly follow me. Your financial situation is unique and is different from mine. You need to do your own due diligence and consult with your financial advisor, and then determine what is the best investment for you. Now, just because a stock is trading below its net asset value, it doesn't mean it's going to go up to that value in the next 2 weeks. It's going to take some time for other investors to see the value that this REIT possesses. However, we can find out what the street thinks the future hold for cap REIT units. If I go to Yahoo Finance and search for CAR-UN, I get cap REIT stock chart. And if you look at the far right lower corner, you can see the 1-year target price for this stock. As you can see, the target price for this REIT is $50.36 per unit. This price is the average price from a group of stock market analysts that follow the stock out there. Now, there's no guarantee that the unit price will reach this amount, but these analysts are pretty smart and they get paid a lot of money to do their research. And $50.36 is still far below the $56.14 per unit price that Cap REIT says their units are worth. So let's go with the $50.36 target price for the units for the next year. The stock is at $41.06 right now. So if the stock reaches the $50.36 target price, the potential return will be $50.36 minus the $41.06 current price, which works out to $9.30, which represents a return of $9.30 over the 41.06 current price, which gives us a 22.65% return if it hits the target price. But we're not done yet, because that's just return on the growth of the unit price of the stock. This REIT also gives investors a cash dividend every month. So we have to add that cash dividend amount to our unit price gain to get our total return for the year. Right now, as of September 11th, 2025, the cash dividend is $1.55 per unit for the year. This works out to a 3.77% cash return. That's right. Even if this stock goes nowhere, I will still get a 3.77% annual return in cash every year just for holding on to the stock. Plus, I have a shot at making a further 22.65% return if the stock hits the target price. So here's the bottom line. Number one, at the moment, I can't find any well-located, attractive apartment buildings to buy that cash flows with leveraged financing. Number two, I need a place to park my money while I wait. Number three, Canadian Apartment Buildings REIT, or CAP REIT, is currently trading way below its net asset value. So much so that I can buy the highest quality apartment buildings, which are in the best locations in key cities, at 27% below market value. Number four, I get a dividend that is paid in cash every month just for holding on to my stock. And number five, based on the stock market analysts who follow CAP REIT, they have a 1-year target price of $50.36 per unit. That alone is a return of 22.65% in 1 year. And even at that price, that's still 10.29% below the net asset value of $56.14 that CAP REIT says the stock is worth. Let's add it all up. 22.65% potential upside in the unit price in the next 12 months. a 3.77% annual dividend paid in cash on a monthly basis. That's a 26.42% total potential return in 12 months for owning top-tier apartment buildings. And there's no maintenance issues to deal with, no tenant hassles, no rent issues, no capex I have to worry about. Not a bad place to wait until the next great apartment building deal comes my way. Looking for answers on your real estate investment journey? Leave a comment below and I'll try addressing them in future videos.